Welcome back to the latest episode of the Everything Paddle podcast. My name is Ewan. That man over there is Jake. Ready to go?
Yeah. I'm really excited for this one. It's a really nice day. We've done some training this morning, haven't we?
Yeah.
So we've seen each other already. And
what do you think of Dan's training?
Dan's training is good. Yeah, very intense.
Does good fitness stuff, doesn't he?
Yes, and you also learn something every time you come off the court, which is useful. Sometimes you can train and play good, but maybe not come off with any advice.
Anything new.
Yeah. So it's always good because you get something to work on. And he does prioritise trying to give you that bit of advice. So then next time you can work on something else, you know?
Yeah, I'll give Dan a little shout out now because I've trained with Dan for many, many years. And for the last sort of maybe like 7-8 months, this is Dan Troy. He's got his own academy. It's the British Padel Academy.
Put him on
and we train like every Friday morning without fail, but also some other times in the week. And he does a group session. And this morning it was really good level. It was me, Stan, Jake, and another guy that we train with, Josh Gilbert. And he does like loads of footwork and fitness drills. Like last week he killed both our legs because he did loads of like leg drills. And then we do loads of hitting, but tactically it's great. So obviously we've both got a tournament tomorrow.
Yep, so he's working on that. NTC.
Feel ready to go now.
Yeah, at the National Tennis Centre. You're playing with Stan?
Yeah, playing with Stan. I'm going to film it as well. So we'll see how it goes we'll find out next week how we get on because Stan's going to come on.
Yes, I'm filming it as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're going to live stream it?
I'm going to live stream all my matches from now on.
Yeah, so I'm going to subscribe to you right now. So what's your YouTube called?
I'll put it on here.
So Jake's got a new YouTube channel and you're going to be live streaming your matches, right?
I'm going to be live streaming my matches. It's really hard to find.
Is it this channel here?
Yes, yeah.
So you've got 2 shorts already. Subscribe. I'm your 56th subscriber. So make sure to subscribe to Jake. I'll leave it in the description below. Hopefully you'll get a few more.
Yeah. And that's just going to be me live
Have you got
streaming.
A camera? You need your phone? Or?
I'm just going to use my phone and a tripod. Nice and easy to start off with. Just because the reason I'm doing it mainly is just so I can watch my matches back.
It's great. Honestly, it's helped me so much seeing my technique and fixing it.
You learn so much from watching yourself back. So it's just literally just watching that, and then hopefully I can pick up a few things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me, is it streamed? Now all my matches will be streamed. So
imagine that would be great because I think you'll get a lot of people watching it live. You put it in your group chats, you'll text it to your clients, etc. It'd be cool to have it there. And then obviously, because then you upload the whole thing afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
So people are desperate to see full matches. Yeah, I think it'll do good. Awesome.
Yeah. And I play, hopefully, I'm going to play Harry Jiggins.
Yes.
Play Jiggo.
That'd be a great round. Is that round 2, that is?
That's my, round of 16. It's my first round because I got a bye. So do you, actually, which is nice. But yeah.
So our guest last week, if you watched the last episode, me and Jake did an episode with Max England. And that's our first game tomorrow in the NTC tournament against Max England. So we'll see how it goes.
They've got to win their first round first.
Oh, I like how I've just presumed he's going to win because I know Max. I'm like, he'll get through.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know if he will get through, but it's likely we'll probably play him.
I'm going to say they will.
You're going to say they will?
My prediction is they will. So that'd be a good match for the YouTube.
And how do you feel confidence-wise for this weekend? Do you think you can win this tournament?
I'd like to think so. Tommy, I've never played with Tommy before, but I've played against him a few times. He's a very, very good tennis player, and he's very, very quick and got good hands. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well we'll work together. But yeah, I have a feeling that I won this event last year, so I need to win again to keep the points from last year. But I have a good feeling about it, so yeah, we're going to see. But hopefully we don't come up against you in the finals.
I'm going to make a prediction for you. I think you'll play Ben Coel and Ollie Hayday. I think they'll get through.
You think they'll beat these guys?
I think they'll just be really solid. I think that's who you'll play.
Okay. I disagree. I think I'm going to play the seed.
Yeah. Ollie Aspin's good. Consistent player.
But I feel very confident.
Yeah, for sure. So this morning, Jake, I did a little bit of research. I watched a match from the pro game. So I watched the Premier Padel P2, Coelho Tapia and Chingoto Galan. So basically, I watched all the highlights and I noted down every single winner and what shot that was. So I wanted to test your knowledge to see what basically, I'm going to name the shot and I want you to tell me.
Oh, cool.
What percentage of all the winners? So in total, there were 80 winners through this. Is that right? Yeah, 80 winners. And I want you to tell me the percentage of those winners were that shot, right? That makes sense?
Yes. Okay, yeah.
So let's start off. Okay.
So, you might say serve, and I might say 20% of the points were
yeah.
serve. Obviously not.
Don't say that.
No, but you know what I mean.
But it might be interesting so you can see, like, at the higher level, what shots are the ones winning them the point.
Fine.
Okay, so let's start off then. Let's go with drop shot.
And I've got to say the exact amount of percent.
Yeah. Or if you get close, I'll be like, well done.
Drop shot. So this is out of
100. Yeah.
But the 80 winners.
Yeah.
Fine. So out of 80 winners,
yeah.
how many do I think were a drop shot?
Basically, yeah, and then work out a percentage on that. Bit of maths for you.
Okay. There's a reason I play paddle for living. I'm gonna say 9 were winners of a drop shot. So I'm gonna say about let's say about 10%.
Okay. Not the best start. Only 2 drop shots.
Really?
Only 2 for winners. So that's 2.5%.
Really?
So you went a bit high, yeah. I think that's 1 in 8 winners are drop shots. I think that's quite. You think that's normal?
Tonight, at that level, they drop out of the door so much.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I just thought. I thought, Tapier's done at least 3 drop shots out the door.
One thing I will say, just to help you out a little bit, and I don't know, I'd like to do this like properly because I did rush it a little bit. Was just to give you a clue, because we're going to do the forehand volley next, but I was including, say someone, I don't know, had a smash and they're running forward and then they play the volley with the forehand, that counts as a forehand volley winner.
Fine.
Right, so it's not your typical just hit the ball to the forehand volley winner, and a slapper volley would come under forehand volley as well.
Right, okay.
Okay, so let's do forehand volley now.
So that's helped me out a lot there. I'm going to say... probably 20 of them, I'm going to say. So I'm going to say 20%.
20 winners, spot on. Exactly 20
really?
winners. Yeah, but that's 25%.
Oh,
so if you were good at maths, you would have got that right.
Fine.
But 20 winners, that is, spot on. So,
good at maths.
So that was probably one of the biggest ones. So have in your head now, you got 25% of your forehand volley, which is quite big. Obviously, it's slapper. It was the slice. It was like just pushing past them.
Yeah.
Volley battle. And then obviously smash and then running forward. Okay, let's do Vibora.
Oh, I'm not going to say this is very high. Would you class this if, like, I suppose a Vibora, if they hit it and then they go to block and miss the block?
This was another issue I had a little bit. If it was
like
if it was like slow,
if
it was slow, then I put it as an unforced error and didn't count it.
Fine.
But if it was more, I know for a fact with these ones, it was more like to the corner.
Fine,
and they didn't get it.
I'm going to say 12.
6, half.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah. So it was.
I don't know why 12
6,
suddenly jumped to my
which is 7.5%. Okay, we'll do next one. Out by 4.
Out by 4?
Yeah.
9?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. 9 spot on. 11%.
That's a great little guess.
That's a great guess. Yeah. Out by 4, 9. And okay.
So how much? 11%?
That was 11%.
So what am I on now?
Yes, exactly. We're going to do some maths here. So you've done 25% for the forehand volley, plus 11, plus 8 for the Vibes, plus 2. So you've done 46% of them. There's another 54%.
So I'm assuming that's just...
Okay. So backhand volley.
I'm going to say not many. 4.
12.
Really?
It's quite a lot to the cage.
Fine.
That would just be instant.
Yeah.
Or like, again, volley battle. So volley battle, and it just goes to their backhand and go past them. That kind of, it's not a typical like just backhand volley down the middle that wins.
Yeah.
So that's another 15%. So you got 40% left. Okay. Smash.
40%.
It's 30%. I've done my maths wrong somewhere, I think.
What? The
I
rest
haven't.
percentage, I'm going to say is smash.
Yeah, so it's 30%. Do you know how many winners that was? Just testing maths now.
Yeah. I'm not going to work it out. I'm just going to think how many smashes I think they would win out of 80.
Out of 80, yeah.
40.
No, because that'd be 50%. That's 24 winners for the smash.
25.
It's 24 winners. Yeah, so that's 30%.
Okay.
So 30% with the smash. So that's basically 1 in 3 winners are from the smash. And by the way, that doesn't include the X3 smash, which only had 2 winners from.
Really?
So only 2 winners from X3 because most of the time they'd run out and hit it back in. So the smash would...
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so the X3 that they did, they'd bring it back in, they'd win from it straight away, or the point would... Or it'd be like they'd just get it and then they'd win it from a forehand volley.
Right,
So the X3 smash was still more of a setup shot. And then the only ones I've got is serve, 2 winners.
Really? Do you know who?
No, I can't remember now because I was just speed running through it. Yeah. Bahada, I had 2. So that's another 2.5%. And then Rulo, I had 1 where it just hit the cage, went straight down.
That's nuts, isn't it?
So what I've got from this data, so the smash plus X4 plus X3 is 44% of all winners. So it shows the dominance of overhead finishing. Volleying, just forehand and backhand, is also 40%. So you've got 80%, which is volleys and smash. So that's why that's where it comes from. 90% of the points are won at the net position, right? Because volley, smash are winning, or even the Vibora is not winning, is only winning about 8% of them. Because the Vibora is going to set it up for a smash.
That's really interesting.
And then your low percentage shots are your serve winner. So this is why we say to beginners, don't worry about the serve, or beginners saying they want to learn the drop shot. Like I know it's fun, but at a higher level, 2% from the serve, 2% drop shot, 1% Rulo, 2% Bahada.
Yeah, and that is good bit of advice because so much they're like, I need to get a better serve. You get so many points from the serve, and it's like, well, the higher level you go, they can pretty much return anything. So
they need to understand that the serve, it's to set them up for the next point.
Exactly,
you're not trying to win it from that. Just putting yourself in a good position.
Like interestingly, our training this morning, Josh was very adamant that I tell him where I'm serving.
Really?
And it worked really well sometimes. Like, I don't know if you noticed us.
I noticed at one point you said something to each other and then you served. Like, you said like same again or something.
Yeah. It's just like serving glass, tee or middle. And it does make a difference because it just changes. I know that it's going to, let's say I'm serving to you and I'm serving to the glass. I know it's going because you're playing forehand to your forehand. So most likely I'm going to need to cover more of the middle.
Yeah, and then Josh can move right across the line, be all over that line.
Whereas if it's coming to your backhand, maybe
lob.
Step a little further back to cover the lob maybe. So
it's good actually. When I play with Stan tomorrow, I might...
Well, they do that in tennis. It's like when you turn around, so if I'm facing that way, the finger like movement is like, you do that.
Oh yeah, they do.
And it's like that or that.
So Jake, for people listening, Jake's just making random movements with his hand.
Just swearing, you guys. Yeah. And that like tee, middle, glass.
Yeah.
But then obviously for like, that's relevant to forehand or backhand side.
Yeah. That's cool, isn't it? So I might do it because that was obviously very rushed. It was just one game. And also I was thinking, because the courts were actually quite slow, I thought I was expecting even more smashes. There wasn't tons of smashes in the game. I reckon if you went like a really, really fast game, it would be like maybe even 40% smash, 50%, even higher. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, we'll move on to our next section. Should we do our top 5 favorite ways to win the point?
Yes.
So this isn't necessarily our favorite shots. It'd be like maybe a situation in the game or something that happened. So did you want to go first?
Yes, I would like to say that most of these are my favorite shots.
Yeah, same. I don't know why I said that.
Well, like my favorite shot is probably still the Rulo, but I haven't got Rulo on here, so that makes it interesting. Winning a volley battle.
Yeah,
that's really satisfying when it goes boom, 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 and then you win it. It's like great.
Ego.
Yeah. Most of these are ego.
Some of these are my ego as well, actually.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
I'll go. I've got Rulo or shot to the cage.
Yeah.
Just because it comes down. It's just a bit.
Yeah, it's
like,
nice.
I'm talking. These are more like in a serious game when you need the point.
Yeah.
Ball comes down. That's a very because it's going to frustrate them as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. Drop shot out the door.
Yep.
It's nice, isn't it? When it pulls off.
I didn't put this because it would be, but I never play it. So I thought, I can't say, I
Why
love
not?
doing it. I just don't. It's just because my game is more consistent. My brain doesn't, if I'm getting the volley, my brain is always just like volley in. I feel like with you, maybe you're a lot more, when the balls come in, you're thinking of all the different things you could do and trying stuff. And yeah, I've always just get it in. Just staring into my soul right now. What are you thinking?
Just think it's so boring.
I know, yeah.
Like, how would you enjoy?
I enjoy being consistent and getting everything in. Like when I played today, I enjoyed when we did like the defensive drill where we're not allowed to lob. I enjoy that a lot when it's just get everything back. Like if I can get 10 balls back in a row and then you miss a volley, that is just as satisfying for me.
So interesting, the different mindsets of it all, isn't it? Because like for me, that drill is like, okay, when we play matches?
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. So like, that's why the drop shot's not really going to come into my mind then, because I'm like thinking, no, just get it in.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I've got, this one's a hard one to explain. When you, like anytime when you made, like say you're trying to read me and then I send it the other way.
Oh, like a juke.
Kind of, yeah. So like, you sort of dive across, thinking I'm going across, and then at the same time, I've decided to change it up. Again, that's kind of ego, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I played, we'll get onto this in a little bit, but I played Square One Showdown, amazing tournament, and I played Nikhil and Abby Tordov, and so it was an all-out fridge on Nikhil. So Nikhil's like one of the best players in the UK, but it was like that thing where Nikhil's diving across, and then occasionally you just send one down the line.
Fine.
So we did a couple there where I just randomly went down the line and he dived, and it was like, good, because you know that's going to frustrate him and put you up, right?
And it's also going to make him stop doing it as much.
Yeah, you're keeping him there. You're like, know your place, don't try.
Yeah. keep it there, buddy. You almost beat them, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll discuss it in a minute. Let's finish this.
Okay. Portres, out by 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one. It's it's nice when it goes out.
Left side
or right side?
Mm-hmm. Which do you prefer?
What side?
As in to smash out, right side out.
Oh, definitely left side.
Left side, kick it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've got X4.
Yeah.
Just an easy one.
That is my next one as well. It is very satisfying when you pop it out slowly, I think.
Yeah, when you've got time. You do that on the backhand as well. You come across and just...
Yeah,
slowly.
I tried to today, didn't I? I couldn't quite get it out. But yeah, the slow ones are more fun, I think.
You got 2 more?
I've got one more because I've just told you the pop out is my one.
Okay. Go on, you tell me last one.
Oh, you want me to... It's your go again. Because you got 2 more.
Yeah, I've just got... This is a boring one. Just got forehand volley, but I thought I'd be lying if it wasn't.
You've got a really good forehand
forehand volley.
You got a really good forehand volley.
That's what I mean. That's what I thought has to go in.
It's it's frustrating. And my last one would be to when someone smashes it out and you run out and smack it through the door.
Yeah, that's good.
It's really cool. Favorite way to win the point.
My last one is smash. I've put hyphen bonus if they don't even run. So you know, like if you do a flat smash at someone, it's almost like I feel like sometimes you keep doing it, they just give up. They don't even bother running forward, and then you feel like, right, I've got them. They're just stuck at the back. Every time you smash, you're done. You not have that maybe at the start, they're running for them, and then after a while, easy ball, and they just stuck there.
Because they're too big, your smashers.
Not too big, too fast, but I think it's like it just wears them down over a game.
Fine.
Like I've definitely had that maybe against you before. If I'm on the right, maybe the first couple points you're running, and then maybe I miss a return and you're frustrated, and I know it's coming, so I stop, and then you know I've got that. It's, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite ways to win the point, but yeah.
Yeah, mine are always weirdly specific. You're just like, I like hitting it back in. So yeah, let's just discuss quickly. I went to Square One Showdown last weekend.
With Lancia playing. Who's top 100 in the world.
Do you want to pull him up? So he was basically there was $2,000 on the line. So Lancia just entered with Pal. So it was quite cool because there was a pro player there and a lot of people were watching. And
he's 102 in the world.
Yeah.
And he was playing a Playtomic level 3 to 6 tournament in England.
It was so funny. Yeah, I know. When he walked in, everyone was just like, Like I was like, you don't even recognize him. You don't even know him. But everyone was staring at him like, oh my God, it's him. And
I played
he was
against
playing
him.
like, have you played against him?
I played against him in the FIP. This is who I played in the FIP, Bristol.
Yeah. So he was playing like, I'd say no more than 5% effort. And a lot of people were watching him. He was kind of like, he was just strolling around the court.
He's so good.
Yeah, he is really
He's
good.
He's actually so good. It's just so annoying. He's born in 2005.
I wanted to shout out, he's born in 2005.
Yeah.
My God. So he's
2 years younger than me. He's 19.
He's 19. He doesn't look 19. That's mad. But I was going to just shout at the tournament anyway. Very, very well run. Atmosphere was amazing. Tons of young players. And you know who I met?
Who'd you meet?
Padeldinho.
You met Padeldinho?
So I wasn't worried about Lancia. I didn't care. I met Padeldinho. So Padeldinho sends us clips all the time for the pod. And I went down on Saturday night to play a match. And there was this guy with a mustache just watching. I kept looking at him like, I recognise him from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the next day he come up to me and go like, oh, hey, mate. I send the clips in. I'm like, oh, my God, you're Padeldinho.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm Caleb. Nice to meet you. I just called him Padeldinho to his face.
Yeah. I think if I ever met him, I'm not calling him Caleb. I'm sorry, mate. You're not getting Padeldinho is such a cool name.
It was cool. There was a lot of young players at that club. It's really like,
this is your number one club.
This is my number one club, and
Fine.
It definitely remains that way. The atmosphere is so good. Saturday night we went down. Harry straight away said, "You do realize everyone's gonna be watching this match? It's just a casual game." But
Nikhil was playing, right?
No, not even this. It was just me, Harry, Abby, and Sam, the owner. So it's just that game.
Yeah, but it was the owner,
the
coach, everything paddle, and a GB player.
I still didn't expect the amount, like all lined up at the bar, all people behind. Like it wasn't advertised as an exhibition either. It was just, do you want to come and have a game? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So these are people that were just there.
Yeah.
But I think if you came to Ilford, this is me getting all, my hair's been all spiked up because I'm like, Ilford is still number one.
Yeah.
But if you did that Ilford, the same thing, you get loads of people watching you.
Yeah. I guess so.
It's also like, but you got to think they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so
they've never even seen someone that can hit a ball properly before.
That they were quite. I was doing quite some things that I was like, that's not even
like
that good.
Lancia turning up to that club is like Messi turning up to Malden and Tiptree.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, it was cool, and obviously they had the prize money. They let you run out on the other courts as well. I thought it was good.
Nice,
just very well run. You tell they liked paddle.
They did a singles tournament, right?
They did singles as well.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the first in the UK.
Yeah, I wish I'd entered that.
Yeah, 250 quid.
So a few people come up to me playing it that said we watched the video me and you did, the singles.
Right.
So
did you give them any advice?
I tried to a bit, but a lot of them were tennis players, so it was actually they were probably better than maybe when me and you did it, because it's quite easy for them. They knew the angles and that. You know, we struggled at the start. We were trying to play proper paddle on it. So I met this young lad, Rio, who's young, and he did really well, and he's just tennis player, so he loved it.
Yeah. Here's a good question. Who do you think would be the best singles player out of like the best players in the UK? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you reckon it still would be? Like, do you think we would still see GB players being the best at singles, or would it be a whole different category of players, do you reckon?
It would be different. So remember, when we did the video, we said the game benefits, like good hands, reactions, good volleys, and then
I think Nikhil would be really good.
Nikhil would be great at it. Yeah, it would be someone that's just really tricky.
Also lanky, I feel like helps.
Definitely. That's one of the things why you found it easy when you got to the net.
Just wingspan, innit?
Wingspan, yeah. You need, because if you can cover that whole net, because I was almost not holding back a bit because I didn't want to go in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is
a completely different style.
Cool idea to do a tournament, single tournament.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that club it is really nice. I know you got Ilford, but
no, it does look nice, and I will definitely visit.
Yeah.
I was going to get a game there the other day, but couldn't make it in the end. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to visiting one day.
And then one final thing, just because we mentioned it earlier, we nearly beat Nikhil and Abby. We won first set tie break, second set lost 7-5, and then lost 10-7 on the tie. The balls got a bit dead, so Charlie's smash stopped. So we sort of tailed off a bit because that was one of our big things. We'd just do smash line or out by 3 because on the court you couldn't run out the other way.
Right.
So all you had to do was just get it out and it was pretty much done.
Fine.
But it was quite cool because it was an all-out fridge. Nikhil would just lob it up super, super high, dick on the net, and then it was very hard. I'd be like, Nikhil's in. Charlie didn't know whether do I go line to Abby because Nikhil would dive across, or do I try and hit it straight at Nikhil hard? Because if he did that, then he'd hit it at me quick and pass me. It was difficult for him to know where to go. So it was
playing Nick on when he's playing with someone worse than him is like
it was long.
Nick's so much better when he's the best player on court.
Yeah.
And he's got the worst player on court next to him. And if you put him where he's playing someone the same level as him, he's shit. You're shit, Nick. Like that. No, he's obviously great, but he just like, he didn't lose his head at all. And now I thought there was a lot of moments in the game, especially first set, where I thought, like, surely this is hard for you mentally. Like, we're smashing it at Abby. He shouldn't win. Or like, he doesn't care if he.
Yeah, but still, it was impressive. Right, should we answer a question now?
Let's answer some questions.
I got a question from Ankur. Sorry if I'm butchering that. What is the most effective return when receiving a serve? I tend to opt for a lob if I can, especially when there's enough time. When play high-level players, I think the flatter, powerful ground stroke is better. Would be good to get a review from both backhand, forehand, left and right. I think it's a good question for you, actually.
High backhand volley.
So let's go through right side, forehand.
High backhand volley.
Yep.
Or lob down the line that's like still high backhand volley.
High backhand volley, 100% agree. Okay, right side, backhand.
Down the line, backhand volley. To go cross.
So still
down
go across. Yeah, I don't mind that.
On their backhand volley or at their body.
Mm-hmm.
On the backhand side.
So you're still going
aiming
straight
for their
across
hips.
to the left side of player.
Or
you.
Or a lob.
Lob. I quite like that one.
Forehand side, backhand side on the forehand. I either go Chiquita or rip it.
More options here, haven't you? It's probably the best.
I go Chiquita or rip it at the body or a lob.
Or a lob. And then backhand on the left side.
Down the middle.
Yeah.
I go a lot down the middle. Body for the forehand player.
Yeah.
Or lob.
Yeah.
Cross if you can, but it's like once in a 10.
If you could just pick just one to choose that you have to play, you'd go
for
backhand.
each one.
Yeah, so right side you go backhand.
Right
volley.
Side I go backhand. Left side I go middle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
For both like forehand and backhand.
You go middle.
Left side I go middle. For forehand and backhand. For right side I go to the backhand.
Yeah.
So left backhand.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it keeps it simple. Sometimes on that you feel like you need to do more with it, but just sets you up in the point in the best way. Cool. Okay, should we react to some clips then? We've had 3 clips being sent in. Do you want to pull the first one up? I'll put these on the screen. So thanks so much for sending all these clips through. You can just DM them. So this is the Padel Pundit. So I think this is fairly decent level. Let's have a look at this one. He's in the red hat, by the way, Padel Pundit.
Padel Pundit. I coach Padel Pundit. George. Huh.
Serve and pop out.
He was such a lovely guy when I coached him. But yeah, he was very talented.
How much coaching did you coach this to him?
I wouldn't have coached this. No, I would have probably actually known me. But
it kind of ties into what we just said though. The receiver, if they'd gone line to the backhand rather than going, because they've just gone straight to the forehand and easy.
No, it's really good close. It's a good Chiquita.
It is a good close
because he knows it's happening. I think
down the tee, in close, bang.
Read that from a mile away. Yeah, he's been playing in Spain a lot, training in Spain a lot, so he's definitely got that from there. But he's a good player and got good hands and good talent.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, next one. Okay, so this is Georgie Plays Paddle. So make sure to follow her because she's just started a TikTok account. Here you go.
Here's the clip.
So this is returning smashes.
She sent a nice message to me about the podcast, actually.
Did she?
Yeah, so thank you very much.
So he runs forward and gets that one.
Return and smash.
And then this one, she's on the other side.
Oh, it's rapid.
And then another one. She nearly backhand pops it out.
That'd be unbelievable.
So I think one thing she does well is her start position's really good.
She reads the game well.
Yeah, like she puts it up and she's already going forward. Go on, show that first one again, I think. I think that's probably one of the best ones. So as soon as she goes up, she's coming forward already.
She knows she hasn't put the best lob up, but then returned it very well, didn't she?
Yeah. So a lot of people struggle, like, go on, show that one.
Yeah, that's what her partner's making her do a lot of work, but she's done well here. Look.
Yeah, it's that second one, isn't it? She's right across. You don't see it.
Running from miles. Great pickup.
And you can tell this guy's shocked.
Yeah, he didn't back her, did he?
And this one again, she's already half.
Oh, that'd have been unbelievable. We saw a backhand pop up.
But I don't mean this in a bad way at all. But you get a lot of ladies asking about returning the smash, and a lot of it is that starter position.
Yeah.
Where like as soon as the ball goes up, she's almost moved into no man's land. Getting ready, and then she only has to move a couple more steps, and she's there. Of course, we've got Padeldinho.
Padeldinho is back.
This is crazy. So he's the far right there. He just played the lob there. So ball.
It's gone silent, isn't it?
There you go.
Oh, stop it! That is
textbook Padeldinho.
That is Ronaldinho if he was playing paddle. That is Padeldinho.
I want to see more of that from Padeldinho.
Yeah.
Because the last one was cool, little 360, but I want to see the tricks. I want to see the drop shots.
I actually gave a little stalk to Padeldinho. Stalking, but yeah, I watched a couple of his clips.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
I love it.
Good player.
Look at that touch control.
What I like is that he tries to do the right things.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all very, it's not like kind of hitting things at random. It's all about, okay, I'm going to try and do this clever. I'm going to try and be smart here. And it's doing the right things. And it's definitely paying off, as we'll watch one more time. Like, for example, this guy not serving volleying and lobbing a volley.
Yeah. His opponents should have taken the net there.
Yeah.
But look, he plays a few volleys, sets it up, gets the slower one. Out the door. Unreal from Padeldinho. Keep the clips coming in, guys. Yep.
Thank you very much
to
you three lovely people for sending in clips.
And follow all of those guys on social. So it's Padeldinho, the paddle pundit, and Georgie plays paddle. Georgie plays paddle on TikTok. She's uploading loads of clips of her game. So this was one of the best ones I picked.
There we go.
Sweet.
Those three.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Everything Paddle podcast. Next week, we'll be back with another guest as well. So make sure to send in your questions and your clips, and we will see you in the next one.
Good little episode. Thank you, guys.
That was good fun, man.
That was good. Yeah, it was good. I'm excited for Stanley.
Yeah.
Next week.